Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Dominions 5. We are about the God of Friwald in the late summer, year 5, the Ascension Wars. This is turn 65. And we'll dive right into it. Tom Bombadil has cast horror specs, no magic sight were found. Lots of sight searching spells, another hill giant, a wraithbolt, some more twiceborn, Henry Wrath, horror specs here, nope, nothing. No magic sites, no magic sites. Well, I'm not expecting to find a whole lot of magic sites, but we have so many gems. I'm investing him in finding some really good magic sites would be nice, like the one in the Cedar Tree or the Conjuration bonus site in Laria will still be worth finding, or something that can spawn units or whatever. It's gonna be cool if we find something. I'm hoping for it. Blood slaves, lots of blood slaves being found. That's nice. Frodo the Angel of Fury was suddenly attacked by 4 Bellymaw horrors. Okay, so this is the consequence of his blood magic and Bellymaw times 2 versus smaller beings, but he's only level size 3. And then weakness tentacle. This is permanent weakness. Damn. Yeah, so if they could hit him, it would be a problem. This is Frodo we're talking about. He's on some sort of cast spell script. No, he's in assassination thing here, so he can cast that one without bloodslaves apparently. Pain transfer. It won't do anything. Now he's flying up. He's gonna land right there, and still gains hit points, and they are immediately gonna be tangled by his vine shield. Come on, Frodo, don't take any weaknesses. It doesn't seem like it'll be the case. No, they all die, no biggie. In the battle in Okajab, this is another angel. This is the 4 angels of fury that are just gonna be killing this patrolling force. Look at that. Might even be fun to watch. So these 4 angels here against this massive army. It's not that bad, actually. So they move back and... Oh, they have another commander here. And yeah, they just sort of wreck house. Samwise the Third, Bilbo the Second, Meriadoc, and Smeagol. Man, yeah. That was brutal. We take control of the province of Farah. So this is where the special masters had claimed the territory, and there weren't anyone in there. But I was just being overly cautious. Nonetheless, we cleared it, and it's now in our control. All good. In the below, 1 Wraithbolt will lose to 1 Vampire Lord. I suppose because the Vampire Lord is the better skill spammer. It's more or less just a skill spammer war. So... let's see, mine is level 3 Death Mage. His is a level 3 Death Mage, okay. So it's more luck than anything, which skill spam force will win, but it looks like his force is winning, and they will slowly close in then and take him out, apparently. All good though. So we will... Right, and Haraspat stayed, so his vampire stayed there. So, yep. There was another battle in Hesperia. This is... Oh, we lose an angel here. Oh no. This is the AI attacking out of the fort, the final Shenton fort. We have Peregrine the Third, and insert Hobbit name here. And they're coming up with a bunch of mages. Some swarm there. Now, what do they have? Nothing special, I'd reckon. And we have regeneration on one of them here, and an elixir of life on the other. He doesn't have... They're not blessed, so they don't have the poison resistance. That might be what gets them here. And the swarm here is actually going to be pretty bad for them. Yeah, he's poisoned. If he dies, well, he has his elixir of life. I wonder who dies and who lives. Are they surrounded? And it's going to be tough for them to get out of this. I can see that. Insert Hobbit name here is being wounded. He now has used his elixir of life. And he's taking more and more damage from this fire elemental as well. That is unfortunate. It's down to 19 hit points. That's 9. And 7, so 2 hit points remaining. 1 hit point remaining. And there he goes. And that might make Peregrine here rout. I can see that happening. I think he would die if he doesn't rout here. So Scalar Spam is still countering the Angels. Well, Scalar Spam and something else. Like the Fire Elementals are definitely helping. The Swarm is helping because we didn't have poison resistance. And so the Angels, they are not unbeatable. He's dancing between life and death here. Assuming that he will run at some point. Maybe not. He seems to be holding out. Come on, run away! Don't die! Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, he's down to 19 hit points and he routs. Okay. But he retreats successfully at least. So they managed to clear us away. We killed a commander, 1 Mount King, and 1 Witch, and 2 units. So that was definitely not worth an Angel. Damn. That's rough. Oh well. Okay. Look at the AI go. In Jelena Gora, this is our army moving up towards Hesperia. We encountered the army here. They had an army out. Why did we end up in that one? Let's try again. This is the one. And yeah, they do have quite a stack here compared to our little stack. We have a lot of strong units and more mage support, I think. Not really though, huh? We have a Wraith Lord. I saw there was a lot of flyers, but they haven't flown anywhere yet, okay. We have some really strong frontline units, and yeah, we make some of them rout instantly. Here goes the flyers. I might be a little bit worried about that. Oh, they land here in the center, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, they're dead. And what do we have here? Frithegern, who's actually kitted out. So we beat the flyers. Now we have all our big units moving towards the mages in the back line. They are scatter spamming a little bit, which is concerning. We are punching through the center line. Do we get the mages? We have 1 here and 1 there. Both scatter spammers. Get him! Think he will go down? Will we get the last one? Yeah, he's fatigued, I think. And so he goes down. Nice. Did we lose anything important here in Jelena Gora? 1 Lancer, 2 Ghouls, and 1 Troll. So the answer is no, and we definitely killed more than what we lost. So that's nice, and we took the province. In the Holy See, this is our underwater raiding force, clearing out some province defense. In the Green Marshes, an Angel of Fury killing, some mages as well. That's dangerous, he could have been caught here. Right, because this is a Scalar Spammer again. But he flies to the back line there, that's lucky. Oh, and he didn't kill the guy. But he got into melee with him, so he didn't Scalar Spam, and then he killed him. So nice. Lucky. Could have gone very wrong. In the Holy See, Green Marshes in Lithia. Limne will clear the army that took it last turn. Again, because Mr. Harasvat staled again. Devil's Pond. We take that one from the PD. In Veldrith, 2 Buried Initiates were beating were beaten back by some province defense. Which is not the first time we've seen that. They don't have any items, and there's enough province defense here to hold them off. Or they are in hold an attack, or advance and cast, which they shouldn't be. Because to get into the high fatigue here is pretty concerning. And so, instead of fighting, they're casting spells in melee here, and that's really silly. They do get away though. Nice. And they were both killed when retreating into enemy territory. So, a little bit of a loss there. In Attilium, let's see, they're coming out with a bunch of units, like probably everything inside. Jesus, that's a lot of mages. And not the god, though. But we know that's a statue. I don't know if a statue can break siege. I don't actually know. But the Wraith Lord is beaten. He does take down some units with him, so it's fine. And Towin, like for all of these guys to not cast spells and not research for just one Wraith Lord, that will come back, by the way. Absolutely worth it. And Towin, which is advancing the army. In Isuran, a Wraith Lord encounters an army here. Oh, this is the Lamia force we saw last turn. The final Lamia force is coming back towards the capital and encountered one of the Wraith Lords. I don't think he can't even kill anything. Nope, because they all regenerate. In Rimire, this is the other fort of Attinium, and now we have a Wraith Lord sitting on top of that one. And that's all the battles in Sunaf. We lose the defense, and so I set it up to 6 again. In Ongbaloth, nature gems, fire gems, and deep here, and more gems. And then we get construction of fortress in Lari is completed, so that one's now upgraded. And we are sieging with a Wraith Lord in Rimire, and we are sieging with some angels in Okajab. So not really anything that can remove stuff. We're using our cure disease potion, so that's nice. And 3 of our Wraith Lords return. So yeah, not a lot of battles this turn. We can have a look at the score graphs. I find that pretty interesting. We still gained a lot of ground. No new forts. Income fell. That might be because of the seasons, but gem income did indeed go up. And research still rising, dominion rising, and army size is slightly improving again. Alright. No messages being sent or received. And a lot less arrows on the map this turn, which is a little bit more easy to look at. This army here will be moving on top of Rimire, and we are moving more troops now out for some of the forts here. Also from Friwald, we are coming in with... these are the Wraith Lords once again coming out, so they'll be moving to Ongbaloth. In Enchanted territory, the new Wraith Lord we got will now be moving into Wells Teeth Mountains, and just see what he can accomplish by moving in. I'm not expecting him to clear all of it, but if he can kill all the mundane troops, well, that's a start. Right, and we get him back. The angels from here will spread out in different directions and clear the non-fort provinces of Haraspat, and one of them will fly to Hesperia. We're flying some angels in here. 2, I count 2, yeah. And we have a bit of our own army here, and we just saw in action, and they will now take Hesperia. We saw what was in here, and I think they can easily defeat this army. So they need to siege down the fort and then clear the province, and then that will be the final fort of Shenton. The AI chose to attack in Guard Coast, which is really nice for me, and probably a little bit frustrating for Mr. Haraspat, since he was probably hoping that the AI would at least try to stop me a little bit, but then again he failed. Maybe he didn't. Alright, so I think this is where Frostbot has told us that he actually intended to go AI, and then he forgot or thought he had done it and it didn't register. So he's supposed to have been AI at this point, but will still, and so he will still be going AI. But we're moving up, and I'm not aware of this at this point in this turn, so I'm just continually bullying him because, well, what else can you do in this game? clearing out the rest of Athenian's forces from the water here, and we're still advancing more onto him here. We are flying, I guess, the new insert Hobbit name here down to Soforia here. And in general, we're just closing in on Athenian's capital. These two armies here, like we see this one is pretty big, and then another one here, so they are not out of the game yet. We need to deal with these two armies, but then we have them down. Let's check no messages. Magic items look like this if you're interested. We are progressing towards construction 8, and our research is still increasing slightly. I think I was hoping we would get it in 2 turns from this point on, but we will be missing about 500 research points more next turn. We'll see if we get it in that time. Let's do crafting and spellcasting. So here, nothing. In Iona, we are doing Twicebawns. This is Twicebawns Central. We are also casting Dispel, and I think that will be on the stellar focus of us. And once again, our alliance, or our treaty, to me, it didn't include dispelling of global spells, and I hope he sees it the same way. I also do think that he was the one who dispelled my Will of Misery, so I hope he thinks that I say, okay, we're really, yeah, it's a tough game. More specs in here. Empowerment of Gillimer. This is, I spent a bunch of our nature gems empowering this guy, and we need to do that and then give him the Tree Lord Staff, and we also need to forge the Moonwine Bracelet for him to get high enough in all of the different stats paths that he can then forge the Holy Grail, and then we can start healing our angels. So that's what we're moving towards here, setting that up for once we break construction 8. Then nothing special here. Still building this fortress up for some reason. And here, our specs. We're casting Bind Bone Fiends in here. Forged Dragon Helmet. Nothing there. We're claiming the throne of the First Age now, and we are forging a Cat's Eye here, right? And a Bane Venom Charm. So I'm assuming that most of you who watch my videos know about Lucid, the other YouTuber, the biggest Dominions YouTuber, I think, or the most dedicated one, and he currently has a series where he has a shade like this one here with a Bane Venom Charm on it, and so we're setting up to sort of do the same thing here. I thought it was a fun little thing, and I won't be sending it into Avas until the alliance or the treaty breaks, but I am going to do it, and it's going to be super frustrating for him, I know, but it's going to be a little bit fun. I hope that he will agree. Then we're doing a Forged Boots of Quickness, Forged Sword of Swiftness, and a Water Lens in the water, so a lot more crafting down here. Nothing here. Nothing in Shenton. In Laria, we are doing Core Wraithlord, Forged Crown of Lead. We're searching here with Ash Soul, Contact Hill Giant. We are empowering Forgot About the Fire weakness so that we can then put Boots of Earth on him afterwards, and then once that is done, we will have Earth 5, and then we can start casting the Kings of Elemental Earth, because why not? We're doing a Heavenly Wrath in here, and Haruspex and Laria. I'm assuming these Kings of Elemental Earth, if nothing else, we can use them to move into Avas later on. I'm sure he will think that's fun. And then, yeah, that's sort of all the crafting and the spellcasting. Is there anything else to cover? The Cat's Eye here is to boost the stealth level of the Shade, which I'm not sure it's needed, but Lucid did it. And a lot more that I'm dedicating to it. I don't think it's necessary to do it all that much, and if for Lucid, it's fine. So for armies, what are we doing? We're starting to move out some priests as well in different directions, like here. We're moving up to Umbra, and I'm going to be starting to push my Dominion a lot more aggressively, because in the end game that will be nice. It'll take away Dominion from Avas, and it'll give Dominion to me so that we can use Bob more aggressively, and hopefully he can use his Pretender less aggressively, and it does give morale bonuses and such. And at this point, I don't really care about money anymore. I'm managing to spend the money, but I'm just recruiting so many soldiers at this point. Everything I can, I'm just recruiting. No new mercenaries, though. We're moving on to Hesperia. We're moving in towards Atinium, not really with anything at this point. We have some armies here, but not a lot of units, really. And this army here is, it's not that big either. So we need more units to siege down these forts and combat these armies. But they will be coming. And yeah, this some of these units that we've been using underwater we'll now be using onto land as well. And actually this seems like it could be the final turn for Shenton. If all of these... Oh no, because we need to siege down the fort here as well. So this army will stay for a little bit, but once we then take out Hesperia, then that is the end of Shenton. And yeah, I think that's sort of it for this turn. I'm going a lot more quicker now, and I'm really holding out for the war with Avas. I'm hoping that will be fun and a little bit more interesting than fighting the AI. I'm hoping that he's planning some crazy things. I think he is. He must be. He has had plenty of time to research some interesting spells. Like, I am in level 8 in 2 things soon, and I will probably get to level 8 in at least one more school, so I'm assuming that he will be at level 8 in some of the schools as well, maybe even 9 if he's really dedicated to it. And I'm interested to see what kind of late game stuff he comes up with. Maybe something cool that can turn the tide. He needs to do some serious work, but I'm hopeful. And yeah, let's just check here. Oh, Raspat isn't AI yet, so he's failed, and he will soon be going AI. That's in the end of this turn. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the coming war against Avas. See you then. Bye bye.